So Perry, can you walk us through a little bit, what goes through your mind through the whole fitting experience and process? Like, what are you looking for? How does it work? And where did you even learn the philosophy of how to be such an expert fitter like yourself?
Yeah, that's been a long journey being out here for more than 20 years. To me, the fitting, yeah, right, hard to think about that, but
it's just impressive, you know? I'm truly with greatness right now, so I feel very fortunate.
Yeah, a little bit of gray hair there, but no. But to me, the fitting, it starts with the irons, and it's because of what the irons represent. To me, they are the badge of honor in the bag. They're prominently displayed, there's no head covers, there's the most of them, and they cover the most distances in your bag. And so for me, I'm assessing the value system of the golfer, the skill level of the golfer. Are they aspiring? Are they casual? What are they trying to do with their game? How are they playing their iron shots, and what purpose are they going to serve? And what's nice about our lineup is we have options for all levels of golfer, depending on how you want to play your irons, from P7CV, P770, P790, and even QI. So it starts with the golfer themselves.
Now, with that in mind, you know, obviously with the amazing new P790s coming out, how much of the kind of fitting experience changes? Is it usually stay the same product over product? Do you generally have to make small fine-tune adjustments?
Yeah,
how does that work when you come with a new generation of club?
It is driven by the products, the messaging behind the products, the features, the benefits, how they're being presented in the field, and what our strategy is as a company. All of that weighs into how I'm conducting myself from a fitting perspective. And so now P790, the conversation changes a bit because it has become a more of a serious iron, more of a better player's type of iron. So I'm going to get the aspiring golfers like yourself that will enjoy that product, but I can also lean into that better player that maybe needs a little bit of distance and a little bit of forgiveness, that would maybe shy away from that type of iron, that now they're going to enjoy that iron. So
very cool.
Yeah.
And you know, for all the fitters out there, you know, what's one thing so many fitters miss the boat on or don't quite understand that really will take the fitting experience and really fine tune fitting a TaylorMade iron set?
I would say, we're talking about irons, is yes, you do want to hit, of course, 7 irons because that's where the industry is, right? And it's nice to be dialed in with the right shaft, the right settings on the 7 iron. But then beyond that, you want to see how the rest of the set's going to play. If you have access to a 5 iron or a 4 iron, let the golfer experience that, see what kind of launch conditions you get. Because oftentimes what happens is you get fit for the 7 iron, you order the 4 through pitch, and the 4 iron doesn't create a functional trajectory. And so the 4 iron devolves into a punch out club. And so we're trying to get away from that and have every club serve its purpose in your bag.
Wow. And something I hear all the time, but I keep getting mixed results on. When someone's coming to get fit for a new bag, should I bring their old clubs or leave them at home?
I always like to see what the golfer's been playing, what they've been experiencing, and how it's influenced not only their technique, but how they go about playing the game. Because along with optimizing your equipment, you have to also optimize the golfer's relationship with their equipment. And so again, we're trying to shift that relationship so that every club has a purpose in their bag.
Wow. And kind of going into a little bit more of the nuance between the fitting styles, what would you say would be the deeper things you look at for maybe more of a scratch golfer getting closer, especially if we're going into the tour level players versus, say, you know, an aspiring golfer who's just getting to know the game a little more?
Yeah, the aspiring golfer, I'm trying to set them up for maybe success more often, where they're getting the ball in the air, positive advancements of the ball. Whereas the better the player, the more nuanced the conversation gets, where I'm really talking about launch conditions, spin rates, peak heights, right? It becomes more nuanced and more refined as the golfer, you know, as the skill level increases.
Very cool. And you know, my last question for you, Perry, what are you most excited about with the new P790s?
I'm most excited to try them myself. I actually haven't hit them yet, and I'm hoping that I can enjoy them and get them in my bag as soon as possible. But I have to wait until, you know, everyone else can get them, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's very cool. Well, Perry, thank you so much for the time. It was such a pleasure, and thank you for the fitting experience. It really was one of a kind.
Awesome, very good. Oh, that does sound and feel great, doesn't it? Man.